I have a question.
Oh, I have a lot of those.
What's cringier? The people who believe the earth is flat or people who believe dinosaurs are not real? Welcome to Compilation Commentators. I'm your host, Rob.
And I'm Tyler.
This is brought to you by the one and only BloodBlitz comedy.
I mean, we have some great content today. Both teams are going to be putting up a good fight. Hopefully we'll learn something.
Yeah,
We'll gain some knowledge. They'll be dropping some knowledge bombs on us.
Now, this first video is from Glen Hall, and it's called Simplest Irrefutable Flat Earth Proof.
That means you can't refute it.
Oh, you can't?
You can't refute it now.
Let's take a look at what he says.
Hello everybody. I call this video the simplest irrefutable flat earth proof. Now I know there's going to be some people who will watch this who know me personally, and people who know me personally know that I am not a fool. I have a degree in math and I have a Juris Doctorate, and I have been practicing law for almost 30 years. Some of these people who will watch this know that I have won some incredibly difficult jury trials. A jury trial is not a simple thing. Many attorneys avoid them at all costs because they are so difficult and so stressful. And I have won some cases that people would think that you could never win. I just want people to realize that I'm not a fool, because we've all been brainwashed by scientism, by those priests of a new religion who believe in science. But we have been deceived. And now I want to show you the simplest, irrefutable flat earth proof.
Oh, man.
Boy, howdy,
Boy.
Tyler. You got a kick out of that. Well, we know that. So he is not a fool because he talks about having a degree in mathematics. He also has won a lot of legal battles.
Of course, if you have a law degree, it automatically qualifies you to talk about maths and scientists.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You see the globe. Now consider an airplane. If you consider this plane going to the east here, just going to the east, you see that the plane always seems to be level with respect to the earth, and then, you know, if it keeps itself at a level altitude, then it would just simply land at a country on the other side of the globe. Okay? That's easy to see when you're going east and west. But what about when you're going from north to south? And this is the proof. And you can't deny it, and you can't deny it, and you can't deny it. So you start your journey at the Arctic, as far to the north as you can, and you begin to go south. Now notice, as I'm going south, I have to continue dipping the nose of my airplane in order to stay level with the ground. Now I'm going to continue all the way to Antarctica. Now notice, I'm continuing to dip my nose down to stay level with the earth. Now I'm going down into South America, continuing to dip down, and finally I get down here to Antarctica. And look at that. My airplane is upside down.
So he talks about flying.
It's irrefutable.
Well, if he says it.
Yeah, of course.
If you fly from east to west, it makes sense. But if you fly from north to south, you're upside down.
Absolutely. How can something fly upside down? That's a great point.
Yeah, and the greatest thing about this point is that you realize, boy, he's the only person for the past, 1,000 years who's made this discovery, who's looked at the Earth, or the globe model,
right,
and said, wait a second,
fake.
It's a sphere?
That doesn't make any sense.
So
how could that make sense?
Credit to Glen here for being the first person to question, wait a second, how does flying make sense on a globe? He's the only one who's done it.
Right. I've looked at globes maybe like 10 times I've looked at a globe.
Yeah, but you're not smart.
But I'm not a law degree scientist major, of course. Do you know what I mean? It's like doing rocket surgery. Can't do it.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to say, well, we know that people that are in the southern hemisphere are still standing right side up. Everybody stands right side up on the earth. We know that. But yet you just flew down here. You're upside down. You cannot refute that. Your airplane is upside down and your head is facing down. It has to be true because you have had to adjust your nose by a full 180 degrees so that now you are absolutely upside down. You can't deny that proof. That's the simplest, irrefutable flat earth proof. There are many, many, many proofs that we do live on a flat earth. I urge you to begin to study it. Don't mock. I'm not a fool.
So this makes sense because people in Australia are not upside down.
Right.
Because
They're
they
flat.
would be upside down.
And they'd fall off.
Yeah,
of
but
course. So they're flat.
But we know it's flat because we shouldn't mock him. He's not a fool. Now, we know that there's no real direction, in space. And since Earth is a ball, that got me thinking, Tyler. If you're going from east to west, wouldn't that be the same thing as going from north to south? Or am I just sounding stupid?
I think you're just sounding stupid.
You caught me on
I caught
that
you
one.
there. You need to look at a globe again.
Yeah.
Or a
because I thought,
round Earth model.
Yeah, because I thought because it's round, it would make sense that
right. There's no direction.
Yeah.
It's space.
But you wouldn't end up being upside down.
No, you
north,
can't.
east
You
to
can't.
west.
Yeah, you can't end up being
It's only
upside
north
down. It's
to
all
south.
north to south, right? Because apparently there's direction, and he's discovered that there's direction in space.
Oh,
that north and
right.
south exist in a vacuum.
He looks like a college professor with
He
the
does,
sweater
the
vest
sweater, the
he's
beard.
wearing. Oh yeah,
The beard, his
definitely.
little bald head.
Yeah. We're going to come to a conclusion and say this is a great observation because,
Absolutely.
I can't believe no one else looked at the globe model and said, wait a second, there's water underneath this ball. Shouldn't the water be falling off the bottom?
Yeah, that just makes all the
I never
sense
questioned
in the world.
that. But he
Absolutely
did.
not. He
but
did.
that's because it shows just how smart this guy is.
Right, that's why we need people like this. And I
We
think this
need
is a
more
great
people like
start
him.
for Team Flat Earth. I think they're going to get some points.
Yeah. So we're going to leave it up to the judges, which is our viewers there, Tyler, because they could post on which video they think is going to be the winner at the end of this battle.
Absolutely. Now, let's see what dinosaur disbelievers can rebuttal. Flat Earth had a great first start. Hopefully, dinosaurs can catch up and earn some points.
Hello. So I wanted to talk tonight a little bit about fossils that are found in the ground. And I guess I'll start a little bit about what the fossils actually are and then go into a little bit about the composition and what they end up being when everything is said and done. So a fossil is not actually a piece of bone. A fossil is actually a bone that was once in the ground that has been then filled with limestone, calcium.
Whoa! So a fossil is not a bone.
No.
It's actually a bone that turned into rock from things like limestone.
Right. I don't know what limestone is, but it's
probably,
quite the substance.
It's probably government made.
Absolutely. I mean,
It's a chemical.
if someone's duping us,
yeah.
it's probably the government.
Oh, they're
They're
duping
probably
us for
making
sure.
dinosaurs. Anybody who knows anything about paleontology knows it's a million-dollar industry.
Yeah.
With
So they
trillions
have
of
a reason
dollars.
to lie.
Yeah.
So point one is that bones are not bones. They're technically rocks.
Right.
With limestone, calcium, and other kind of stone-like deposits over the course of many, many years. And at the end of the day, it ends up looking like a bone, but it's not really a bone. It's really a rock instead of rock. So you have a rock this big, and you say, okay, inside this rock this big, there's a bunch of fossils. Here you go. And you hand the rock off to a paleontologist, and the paleontologist takes a little mallet and they chip away at it, and at some point they come out with something looking like a bone, and that's a fossil.
Wow.
That is truly remarkable what you
Dubious.
just discovered. It's actually
Dubious.
like my 4-year-old nephew playing with Play-Doh. Because if I give him Play-Doh, I don't know what he's going to come
Absolutely
up with.
not.
He can come up with anything. And that's exactly what paleontologists are doing.
Right. That's why
Somehow
it's a
they're
billion-dollar
getting away
industry.
with it, though. But she caught them, kind of.
Yeah, she's catching them right now.
She's catching them right now.
Here's the question that I pose. Now, the first fossil that was ever found was actually after they came up with the idea of a dinosaur.
How convenient.
How convenient.
They probably thought of that just to film Jurassic Park
That's
and
what I
make
was thinking.
money off
Absolutely.
of everyone.
Right, that seems a little bit far-fetched, right? Why would the bone that was found or the fossil that was found actually be the exact same thing as what was originally hypothesized without any other
How could it? It can't be possible that someone can actually find the fossil of something and realize, oh, this was an animal who's lived. That's
far-fetched.
impossible.
Well,
what's more convenient is that someone found rocks, tricked everyone to thinking they're bones, put together a dinosaur, and said, hey guys, this is some creature I just made up, but I found it, and you should believe it's real.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
That makes more sense.
Right.
Than finding the
course,
fossil of an actual animal.
Right, because
that
here's
doesn't
the
make
thing.
sense.
They found it.
Yeah.
Then they found one, and then it snowballed because everybody started looking for them.
Yeah,
and that's how they
like,
found all of them. And that was how the Bone Wars happened. It's not making any sense to me. They're making some fantastic points in this video. Let me tell you,
it's exactly like how a fake video starts circulating the web, going viral. More people start sharing it, even though it's fake. But then more people see and believe it. So this is like the same thing happening.
Right.
Now I give to you. Here. You're my paleontologist. Turn that into what it was before I ripped it apart. Here. You can have some spackle too. As much spackle as you want. Here, turn this into what it's supposed to be.
Now, I'm not that smart, Tyler. But
No, you are
that to
not.
me looks like drywall.
Yeah, I think it is just drywall.
Huh.
Just drywall and spackle. I don't know what drywall
So
has to do.
fossils could be just drywall for all we know, because like she said, I could use some spackle and turn that into, some random alien and say I discovered an alien.
That's true. Maybe fossils are just drywall, but why would she bring up the rocks thing earlier? Maybe drywall's made out of rocks.
All right. Who knows what you're going to come up with, right?
Right, like Legos.
Right, who knows? Just like Legos.
Just like Legos.
Just like Legos.
Here, take this same substance, this same spackle, and by the way, it's supposed to be this little guy, Brachiosaurus, who's 40 meters tall.
Boom.
Wow.
This is what
See,
it looks like.
Knowledge, bomb, dropped.
I gotta give them another point for being
Absolutely.
even a little bit more detailed than the flat Earth
Right,
videos.
because to be
that's
honest,
a blueprint.
That is a blueprint. I was a little skeptical of where she was going with the spackle and the drywall.
Until I saw that
Until we saw the
blueprint.
blueprint.
Yeah.
Now we know
Yeah.
that amount of drywall could make a 40... I don't know what a meter is, but it could make 40 of them tall
Yeah.
of a brachio T-Rex, whatever the kind of thing. It's just rocks.
Just rocks.
So you
So
could
if
just pile them up, make 40, whatever a meter is,
But she kind of exposed...
and now it's a dinosaur.
Yeah, and she kind of exposed another business idea, because I could just take this same stuff. I can create an alien fossil, then I'll become rich and famous for discovering...
An alien fossil. It's so easy. I don't know why she doesn't do it.
She should do that.
She's obviously on a moral high ground.
But she is on a moral high ground.
Yeah.
She's not going to stoop down to the level of the paleontologists.
No, because paleontologists are obviously
They're
evil.
scammers.
They're scammers. They're making trillions of dollars.
Lying.
$1 million industry.
Yeah.
This is what the head was supposed to look like. This is a Brachiosaurus skull. Making a Brachiosaurus skull. Like that, and as much spackle as you use. Chances are, what are you going to come up with? If you want to keep your job, you come up with a Brachiosaurus skull. If you want to be truthful, you come up with whatever it was that I smashed apart to get this stuff. When millions of dollars are on the line, which one are you going to do? My guess is you're going to go with the Brachiosaurus. That's where the money is. So I hope this was insightful for what happens on a daily basis in the world of paleontology. Thank you very much for listening, and I will see you next time.
Wow. If you want to keep your job...
I didn't even think about that.
Because
you can't take drywall, make something, and pretend you made a unicorn and keep your job at an Arby's.
Right.
They'd be like, well, you're a liar.
Yeah.
So essentially, if Arby's came to you and said, make us an Arby's sandwich out of this drywall, you'd have to do that. You can't make a dinosaur.
Yeah.
So they're trying to keep their job.
Yeah.
So the paleontologists, they're in there saying, maybe we can just use this drywall for something good. Maybe we could do something that makes something amazing that benefits. But they're like, no, this is $1 billion industry with trillions of dollars on the line.
Yeah.
You have to make another dinosaur. Quick.
Yeah.
Now. Quick.
Because they can't do like an alien and make more money, can they?
No, because that's
because of movies
it wouldn't
like
be
Jurassic Park.
Right.
Making so much
and
money.
paleontologists don't deal with aliens.
But how does that explain E.T.?
Well, that was made by a different studio. We've had 2 fantastic submissions. This is amazing. I don't know what the judges or the viewers at home are going to give it.
I actually don't understand the dislikes.
No, and
I think people are jealous that they've discovered something.
Smart.
Yeah, I mean, because they've discovered something revolutionary.
Right.
Just like the flat Earth.
Flat Earth.
Just like
dinosaurs don't exist. Obviously, she taught us.
So we've given it our final score. The judges have given it their final score.
We hope you at home have given it your final score. This was a fantastic episode.
I hope you guys have learned just as much as we have.
Yes,
every day.
I've learned something.
My goodness.
Fantastic. And we'll see you on the next one.
Have a good one, guys.
Yeah.
What is that?
It doesn't mean anything. That's so stupid. But I mean, the flat Earth dumbass too. God, dude, the guy picks up a globe and it's like, hey, wait a minute.
Why is
Wait a minute.
It's upside down?
Wait a minute. It would have fallen off. It's so stupid.
That's the thing. As if he's the only person who's questioned that.
The dinosaur one.
So
the best
stupid.
part of this is her attitude. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. She's like this. She's like,
make me.
It's her mic drop. Her mic drop moment where she's like.